Sweeping changes to better protect the lives of people in our state's jails and prisons. In the wake of Care 11's year-long investigation, cruel and unusual.
In a place, agreement can be hard to find. Consensus to reform places all too often shielded from public scrutiny and oversight.
In my view, there is no doubt that this reform will save lives in Minnesota.
Paul Schnell is commissioner of Minnesota's Department of Corrections. The reform he's referring to is the legislature's agreement to pass the Hardel Sherrell Act, sweeping legislation to ensure incarcerated people receive life-saving medical and mental health care. Care 11's investigation revealed was all too often denied.
This is a massive change and something that was long overdue.
The new law also provides greater authority for the state to shut down troubled jails and more thoroughly investigate deaths behind bars. It's named after Hardel Sherrell, a man who died on the floor of the Beltrami County Jail, denied medical care, while jail staff claimed he was faking paralysis.
They refused to give him medical care. That's why he's here now.
Hardel's mom, Delshia Perry, was a driving force, repeatedly testifying at the Capitol and leading protests.
People keep dying
to make sure her son's story could not be ignored.
It's hard to look away when you hear a story like that, and hard to look away when you have a face for a bill where nobody can argue that that should not have happened.
DFL State Representative Jamie Long is the bill's chief sponsor. He says seeing the faces, the names, the families of those who died often needless and preventable deaths in Minnesota's jail houses made inaction at the State House impossible.
Those types of stories, and Hardel's in particular, moved us to act.
In addition to the provisions related to medical and mental health care, the Hardel Sherrell Act updates a 115-year-old law, putting parameters around use of force in jails and prisons, including banning prone restraint. That's the controversial technique that killed George Floyd. For Care 11 Investigates, I'm AJ Legault.